If I'm Don Wilson, I'm thinking, man, I got a shot at making a few more bucks in this sport.
Absolutely. Why not take it? I mean, this guy is still young. Even if he is 44 years old, you can see that he was performing well. He was performing well. I mean, he won a championship tonight after having not fought for 7 years. This guy, given some time to train very seriously, I'm sure that he can upset a lot of people.
Well, we've got another fight for you. This for the IKF Welterweight Full Contact World Championship. Paul Biafore is in the ring. Paul Biafore.
His opponent, weighing in at 147 pounds, with a kickboxing record of 43 wins, 5 losses and no draws, with 31 knockouts from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please welcome in the blue corner, Bernard Swift Kick Robinson.
Bernard Robinson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Very flashy fighter, good kicker. Of course, we're going to see some pretty amazing stuff with his legs tonight. Paul Biafore has been champion for a while now, and he knows his way around in the ring. He does what he has to do in order to fight, to win the fight.
Do you see much of Biafore up north of the border?
Not very much. Of course, we're 4 hours apart from each other. Geographically, he's in Toronto and I'm in Ottawa, and he's got a career going as well. He plays music professionally, and I'm busy on my side, and I travel all over the world, so we don't see each other too much. We bump into each other in events like this once in a while, but there was a time when we fought on the same cards often enough. Paul's a very, very nice man. I like him. I enjoy him. It's a great sense of humor. But when he gets into the ring, he does what he has to do in order to win.
John Ames, we saw the return of a legend tonight, and Don Wilson victorious in the 4-round KO of Dick Kimber. What's the hardest thing for a fighter when you step away, when you make that decision, this is it? I know this is your last fight. When you knocked out Marcus Reed in 1994, I believe, you knew that night you were done.
I had to decide much ahead of time. It probably took me about 2 years to decide that I need to put a stop to this career, and it took me about another 2 years after having retired, to acknowledge the fact that this is it. You made a decision, stay with it, and so that transition took me about 4 years. I think the hardest part is to listen to people around you saying you still have another fight left in you, champ. Go ahead, and my decision was made. I'm quite comfortable with it, and I'm at peace with it.
Good for you. Now here's Bernard Robinson. He's in the leopard skin. And Paul Biafore, he is the world welterweight champion. And Swift Kick Robinson wants that title. Biafore from Ontario, Canada. Robinson from Pittsburgh. John Shorley, the third man in the ring. Scheduled for 12 rounds. Oh, what a night of kickboxing we have seen thus far.
Wasn't it great?
Oh, my God.
Very good fight. The super heavyweights, Kevin Rozier and LeBray, that was great. Rick Rufus, Longinidis was great. And, of course, Wilson, in his comeback attempt, he came back with fury, won the championship of the world again.
Don Wilson, that's his 11th world title. I'll tell you, like Dick Kimber, Paul Biafore got here to the arena about 5 o'clock tonight. And we're at about 10 after 11. He's been here 6 hours getting primed. What's a fighter do when he gets here that early, Jean-Yves? I know you used to get to the arenas early. What do you do?
Some fighters will bring reading material, others will just walk around, others will just... Some fighters will even sleep. Make sure that all your equipment is there. Make sure that all your people are in place, and just wait it out. And that's very kind of intimidating part of the fight, is to wait your time. Paul Biafore has been fighting for a number of years, and you can see that he's quite calm. He doesn't get rattled. He's very strategic. He sets things up and just takes it to his fighter.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round. These welterweights are scheduled for 12. Biafore delivers a good, strong right leg to the head of Robinson. And Robinson's in trouble here in the final seconds of this opening round.
And he took it, and Robinson, his legs are a little shaky.
Yes, they are. What, Robinson even missed the chair when he sat down. That's what started it right there. The big right leg to the head of Robinson. Followed it with an axe kick he tried to place right on the top of Robinson's head.
And Biafore is picking his shots. There's a lot of action, a lot of speed, but you notice that he was picking his shots. He went to the preferred targets.
Just like we did before, okay? You all right? You get up water?
Now, Robinson is no slouch. 43-5.
He's doing his front kick just like we thought he would, okay? Be patient. Be patient.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Step up the side kick, follow up. Follow up.
You heard Robinson's corner telling him side kicks and front kicks. That's all I want to see. How low Robinson carries his hands, John-Yves.
And the fact that Paul Biafore can switch from one side to the other, he can have a surprise there.
Biafore so fast.
Very nice combination. That's what kickboxing is about, putting the punches and the kicks together.
Final 10 seconds of this second round. Good spinning back kick. Nicely delivered. You see where Swift Kick gets that nickname.
Paul Biafore is on his game. He's not backing away from Robinson's kicks. He's timing him, coming back with some good punches. Haven't seen him in a while like that. He's quite sharp.
Final 10 seconds. For both fighters in the second round, trying to get it done with the feet.
Of course, that was expected. Swift Kick, of course, he throws a lot of kicks. Paul Biafore in the past threw up to 30 kicks per round. I remember him fighting in Montreal and having him fight like that forever and ever. 10, 12 rounds at 20, 30 kicks a round. This guy knows how to kick. In the last couple of years, though, he's slowed down the amount of kicks and throwing a little bit more punches in the mix.
Boy, what a night we have seen here. Mass Destruction in Lowell, Massachusetts. The results thus far, Mike LaBrie defeated Ken Rozier for the Super Heavyweight World Championship, a 10-round TKO. And then the heavyweights got it on. Under international rules, Rick Rufus defeated Stan Longinidis. Longinidis retired after the 9th round with a leg injury. We think there may have been a fractured right leg. And then the cruiserweights, Don Wilson, 8 years of ring rust. He comes out and takes Dick Kimber out at TKO at the end of the 3rd round. Oh, what a night of kickboxing we have seen tonight. IKF style from Lowell, Massachusetts. And we're not done yet. Here's Paul Biafore and Bernard Swift Kick Robinson. This is round 3. Robinson in the beige I guess you'd call it gold, Biafore in the black and silver. There are their respective ring records.
Good counterpoint by Biafore. Shook Robinson up a little bit.
Look at Biafore, how high he carries that left glove. In contrast, you look at Robinson. He keeps that left glove a lot lower.
Something is going to come over top. Paul Biafore is just stalking. He doesn't give any room to Robinson to throw his kicks or maneuver.
Now, these are the pros, some of the best in the ring tonight here in Lowell, Massachusetts. They've come from all over the country, Longinitas from around the world. And Johnny's, I know you're working with a lot of outstanding amateur talent up in Ottawa, Canada. And you were telling me before we went on the air that, boy, tremendous amateur talent in Canada.
Absolutely. I think that Paul Biafore is taking the fight to Robinson here. He's got great counter-punching movements, and the referee steps in, going to give him a count.
Biafore really unhappy that the referee stepped in. He looks over at his corner with his gloves up in the air like, why didn't you let me take him out? You know, I still to this day don't understand the standing 8 counts.
Of course, in some states, it's respected, and in others, we don't.
Indeed.
Robinson's a little shaky. He had a hard round, that one.
Let's turn back the clock earlier tonight in our first fight here at Mass Destruction. Mike Labrie on the right as he finished up Kevin Rozier. Rozier went down, was unable to continue. Well, Mike Labrie, he really owned that fight from the opening bell. Never took a step back throughout the fight. Labrie winner by TKO. He goes to 47-2. That was his 41st knockout.
He took it to Rozier all night long.
Yes, he did.
Don't stand corner.
Beautiful body shot.
I hear Biafore's corner telling him, go for the body shots. There is Robinson, Bernard Robinson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is in the gold with the leopard skin trim. Starts with the side kick, 2-3.
Robinson starts the round real hard, but Biafore is not flustered by that. He just picks his shots, very patient.
Robinson with 48 pro fights, Biafore with 31, and he's won 28 of those 31.
Touch and go. Touch and go.
Biafore does a nice job of switching from left hand to right hand and then back. Oh, what a spinning back fist by Biafore.
And a good kick to follow it up. Robinson's on square straight here.
Robinson waving him on, and Biafore will oblige.
Being a little brave here. The fact that Biafore can switch from one side to the other makes it really confusing for his opponent. He doesn't know when and where it's going to come from.
Ball kick to the face.
Good combination by Paul Biafore. I think it's safe to say that he's got this fight, up to this point, he's got this fight in hand.
Now Biafore, there's the spinning back fist. Really put Robinson on the defensive, Jean-Yves, and you know, Robinson eating about everything Biafore wants to throw at him. Biafore stepped back here in this sequence, and Robinson waved him on as if to say, you got to have more than that, pal. I mean, he's hit him with everything but a tire iron.
And of course, Biafore obliged. He came back. Came back hard as well.
Follow up. How you feeling? You're looking good. Come on.
It's like getting run over by a truck and then telling the driver, hey, back that truck up and run over me again.
These guys are in shape, though. To be able to recover from that amount of punches, and the pace is quite fast as well. We
Do your thing. Keep your hands up.
We saw a little earlier that Robinson's got a welt on the side of his head.
Paul Biafore and Bernard Swift Kick Robinson here. At stake, the Welterweight Full Contact World Championship. It is owned by Paul Biafore. Robinson wants it.
He's going to have to impose himself and do a little bit more than what he's doing right now to get that title, the rest of that title away from Biafore. Biafore, on the other hand, is bent on keeping it tonight. He's well prepared. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he looks real good.
Did he come out of the amateur ranks up in Canada?
Strangely enough, Paul Biafore started in the professional fight game as a professional, and after 10 or 12 fights, he became champion of the world.
Wow.
That's quite exceptional. He lost it a couple of times, it came back to win it, and from there he's been champion for a long time now. Very sharp with his punches. The kicks and punch combination looks real good. Full extension, and he's picking Robinson apart.
Boy, great pictures, terrific audio from our crew here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all along our broadcast team.
A lot of energy thrown into that kick. Paul Biafore just kind of stepped away and keep his stuff really basic, really simple, and very explosive though.
Good right-left combination.
Come back with that rear leg front kick.
You bet. Your estimation, what is the most devastating kick of them all?
I'd have to go with the roundhouse kick. You're generating a lot of power. You can go high with that. You can go there again. Paul Biafore, two roundhouse.
Third one's down.
And again, at the end, at the bell, the referee will count him out. And if you can't stand, the fight is out.
8, 9, 10.
That's it.
Short.
That's it. Fight's over.
Good stuff. Biafore was turning it on. Got him with 3 solid roundhouse kicks. That last one really just put Robinson to the floor. Even after the 10 count, his legs are still wobbly.
Wow. Watch the way Biafore set this up.
There's one. And a second one, that third one, right after this one. That is the one. Excellent roundhouse kick.
I talked about how low Robinson was keeping that left hand. There's the one punch that came over the top. There's the second kick.
Very perceptive, and you called it right.
Wow. Robinson down and out here.
And there's a quick finish to a good fight.
A tremendous fight. Bernard Swift Kick Robinson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania loses. Let's listen.
Thank you.
Mark Helms letting all of us know the end came at the conclusion of the 4th round. Paul Biafore runs his record to 29 wins and 3 losses. And he'll take the Welterweight World Championship Full Contact Karate belt back to Ontario, Canada.
I was speaking with his trainer earlier on today, and he told me that Paul went back to his kicking style, and we saw at the end of the fight that he caught Robinson's with a couple of really good roundhouse kicks and follow up with a punch. That fight was over. Here we go back.
Well, earlier tonight, Rick the Jet Rufus from Ventura, California took Stan Longinidis out, a TKO at the end of the 4th round.
And again, Roof is throwing a rear leg roundhouse kick. That seemed to be the power kick for tonight.
At the end of the 4th round, referee
And at the end
John
of round number
Story
4,
talks about
Paul
the winner by
Biafore.
KO and the new IKF Full Contact Rules World Welterweight Champion in the red corner, Paul Biafore.
Paul Biafore, the IKF Welterweight Full Contact World Champion. Well, when we got underway a little more than 2.5 hours ago, we told everyone, Jean-Yves Thériault, that we thought this would be a defining night for the sport of kickboxing. Mass Destruction here in Lowell, Massachusetts. Boy, did they get their money's worth.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, I didn't know what I was getting into tonight, and I'm really happy that I came. I had some great fights to watch, and I enjoyed working with you.
Well, Don, the